Recently, during the company's health checkup, my husband has been asked to go back in for some re-examinations. When you reach your late 40s, I guess this is how it goes. Instead of just the annual health checkup, maybe he needs to get a full medical checkup. Since he has a chronic condition, I was worried for him. I am Emma. I have been married to Benjamin for 20 years. Our only daughter, Sophia, is 17 years old and she is at an age where she is getting ready to take the university entrance exams. Over these 20 years, there have been ups and downs, but I felt relieved as our daughter has grown up. While working a part-time job at a bakery near the train station, I have been taking care of our home. And because I was worried about my husband's health, I paid attention to our meals, choosing low salt and low oil recipes, and preparing healthy dishes. I thought there was still a long way to go in our married life. However, my husband ignored my feelings and did as he pleased. It was one evening. My husband came home. "What's wrong? You're home so early." I ate too much for lunch, and my stomach doesn't feel well. His usual aggressive tone was nowhere to be found. Because my husband has a chronic condition, I thought of taking him to the hospital, but he said, "Let me sleep a bit, it'll get better." So, I decided to just keep an eye on him, and after 3 hours, my husband was acting strangely. He was breathing heavily, and saying he's in pain. "Are you okay?" I panicked and decided to take him to the hospital. He was laid on a bed in the treatment room, and a nurse came in. I was surprised to see that, for being a nurse, she had heavy makeup on and a flashy appearance. "You alright? We'll measure your blood pressure, okay? What was your temperature?" "It's 37.4 degrees Celsius. 37.4 degrees Celsius. The doctor will be with you shortly, so please wait." And while the nurse took my husband's pulse, "Are you feeling any pain anywhere?" The nurse's eyes lit up as she was asking questions. I couldn't help but to think that she looked like a hostess, cosplaying as a nurse or something. While I was feeling a bit uneasy, the doctor arrived right away. My husband had to be hospitalized for examinations. And then, we received the test results from the doctor. It seems my husband was on the verge of developing a stomach ulcer, and he was strictly advised against overeating and excessive drinking. Just as I suspected, his body had been crying out for help. As the pain subsided, and he calmed down, one of his subordinates came to visit him. I rushed to the store to buy drinks, and when I returned to the hospital room, I heard laughter. However, even though only a man had come to visit my husband, I heard a woman's voice. When I listened carefully, it was that nurse from before. "That's right, let's go camping. It won't hurt to go enjoy some fresh air. Camping is so fun. Let's all go together, boss. I can borrow my dad's car. It's trendy to go camping empty-handed these days." That's right, camping empty-handed. Sometimes it even comes with hot springs. They provide everything, from ingredients to cook with to tools. As a part of rehabilitation, I'll go too. That sounds great. Alright, let's go after I get discharged. As expected, you make quick decisions. "Yo, boss, what are you talking about?" They reply on you, huh? He, I was surprised that a patient and a nurse talking about camping while that patient is being hospitalized. It wasn't just my husband, but I couldn't understand what the nurse was thinking. And he was told that binge eating and drinking are strictly forbidden. There is no way that this is appropriate. I pretended that I heard nothing and I went into the room and handed a drinks to my husband's subordinate. A few days later, my husband was discharged from the hospital. While my husband was hospitalized, he went crazy about that beautiful nurse. I knew that was coming, so I was not surprised. "You need to get out of here." "I understand. I don't care regardless of what happens." Alright, I divorced him, as he wished lol. And I left the house with Sophia. However, this didn't sit right for Sophia. I don't get it. Why did he say that we gotta leave so suddenly? What is he even thinking? Isn't he an adult? Well, it's not like it's something new. To be honest, I feel very relieved. No, I can't forgive him. Using mom like a maid, and in the end, cheating on you and divorcing you, you can't forgive him. Let's get revenge. No, that's alright. You don't have to do that. The time will come for him to suffer. Ha, Mom, are you planning something? It's not like that. I no longer think of him as my father, and I'll never see him again. It really gives me the creeps. What's with that guy? So annoying. I'm sorry, things turned out this way. But you know, only thing that I feel grateful for him is that you were born, Sophia. I am truly happy that you were born, Sophia. You don't have to be grateful for that. That man is a bad person, so he deserves punishment. I hate him so much. And 6 months have passed by after I got a divorce when something happened. When I was going on my way to the bakery to work as usual, my phone rang. It was Olivia, the nurse who was my ex-husband's mistress. Olivia said she had something to talk about and asked if we could meet after I get off work. I reluctantly agreed to meet, and when I went to the designated cafe for the meeting, there was Olivia, looking flashy. You know, don't you mess with me like this, okay? Do you understand why I came to meet you? Oh, I have no idea. You haven't told me anything. Don't play innocent with me. You divorced and left the house. Why are you selling that house? Why are you doing such a selfish thing? Cancel it right now. Is there some misunderstanding? I am the one who has purchased that house. Oh, maybe your ex-husband didn't tell you anything. What do you mean? He keeps quiet about things that are inconvenient to him. Before we got married, my parents died in an accident, and I received an inheritance. With that inheritance, I purchased that house. So, it doesn't belong to the marital assets, it's mine. Does that mean Benjamin is left without a home? That's right. Did he say that the house is his? At his age, it's probably impossible for him to purchase a house. So, we're gonna rent forever. I didn't hear about this. He said he would sell that house and buy a luxury condo. He lied to me. So now, he's nothing more than a penniless old man. How unfortunate. But you're married and have a husband, don't you? And on top of that, you have a child. You have to take responsibility for this. I demand compensation. In due time, I think your husband will also ask for a compensation from you. Does my husband know about this? Of course he does. Cheating always gets exposed. He said, since you are fully responsible for this, he would demand compensation and child support. Oh man. What should I do? It seems that Olivia's plan didn't go as expected, and she panicked. I didn't mention it at that moment, but, based on my lawyer's suggestion, I sent a certified letter to my husband's company. My husband's company said, a man who can't even protect his own home, can't protect the company either. People who are happy at home are the only ones who get to move up in the company. If it becomes known that the divorce was due to him cheating, my husband will be taken off the path to success and promotion in that company. He desperately tried to act like a good person to get on that path to success and promotion, but now everything will crumble away. And the director of the hospital that Olivia works is the biological father of Olivia's husband, and her father-in-law is well known in the medical community. He's always disliked dishonesty, so, well, divorce is unavoidable. It seems that Olivia became a nurse just because she desperately wanted to marry a doctor. Once she achieved it, she became completely self-absorbed, seeking a life of pleasure. For Olivia, that life of pleasure was cheating around. Even though she became a doctor's wife, to be so into something like cheating seems meaningless in every sense. I have known about Olivia and my husband since I started going to the hospital. On the day my husband was hospitalized, I coincidentally passed by a nurse in the hallway, and it turned out to be my childhood friend, Charlotte. We were both surprised. I didn't know which hospital Charlotte worked. But knowing that Charlotte was there, it gave me reassurance, and we had a meal together after a long time of not seeing each other. At that time, when I heard about Olivia's romantic relationships, I thought she was quite a nurse, but my husband is 47 years old, so I wasn't too concerned. I never expected that he would cheat on me at his age. However, 2 days later, I received a call from Charlotte, and she informed me that the affair had already begun. With the information from Charlotte, I had already mentally prepared myself for this. So, even when my husband told me to leave, I thought the time had finally come, and I agreed to the divorce without any hesitation. No assets, no cash, and the only thing I could take from a man with nothing was the compensation. I had made up my mind to start a second life. And to my surprise, I was able to sell my house at a higher price than expected. I could even afford to purchase a new condo. It was kind of a refreshing feeling. It was a time when Sophia and I were happy with our new lives together. That's when I received a call from Olivia. I'm in trouble. Please help me. I had to own everything, or else, I just didn't feel satisfied. That's why I also had to own Benjamin. But I didn't want to leave my husband. I finally married a doctor, which I've always dreamt of. So, what are you trying to say? I don't understand why you would even think of cheating on your dream doctor. Sometimes giving into temptations happen. My husband was always focused on studying to become a doctor. He didn't know how to have fun, and he was so boring. So, when I saw Benjamin, who knew how to have fun, and was dependable, I couldn't help but be drawn to him. I apologize. Please talk to my husband. I will pay you. Why should I talk to your husband? Please tell my husband that I am just a nurse to the patient, Benjamin. Nothing more. And tell my husband that Benjamin was being a creep and fell for me. I didn't do anything wrong. I will make it seem like I was the one in trouble. So please, can you help me somehow? Ha, what are you talking about? My husband is so set on divorcing, but I don't want to. I will return Benjamin to you, so please help me. If you help me, I will pay you. Please, help me. Olivia seemed really desperate and clung on to me. I couldn't help but laugh inside, because she thought she took my husband away from me, but in reality, she's the one who had her life ruined. And then, it was that night. I received a phone call from my husband. What the hell do you think you're doing? Selling the house and demanding compensation. I had enough of your stupidity. Didn't you hear it from Olivia? Ha, what about Olivia? It's irrelevant. Olivia contacted me today, and we met. What? I'm the one who purchased the house, so I can do whatever I want with it. You don't have to be so mean about it. If I lose that house, I won't have anywhere to live. We're already divorced, so that has nothing to do with me, right? We've been married for over 20 years. Who was it that betrayed and cheated? I told you. I don't care regardless of what happens. Ah, just shut up. Revoke the sale right now. In that case, I'll hang up the phone. This has nothing to do with me, you. How could you say that? Ah, fine. Olivia is a nurse, so she has a good salary. She's much younger than you. An old hag like you is just trash. Is that so? Too bad. But Olivia also said that you're a worthless piece of trash. Wah. What did you just say? Don't joke with me. She said such outrageous things. I won't forgive her. I demanded compensations from both of them. This was our conclusion after talking to Olivia's husband, who is also a victim. Olivia's husband also seemed to have realized what was happening and was preparing for divorce. A deceitful game called cheating, where two people just seeking each other's money. There is no way that such a couple could work out. From the beginning, I knew that, and so did Olivia's husband, but we didn't take any action against these cheaters. It seemed better for villains to get along, so we gladly let them run loose. And we were content to just let them go unchecked. But the set woe people who are not ready to give up continued to surprise me. My ex-husband called Sophia. As the phone rang constantly, Sophia reluctantly answered the call. What is it? Don't keep calling me. You finally answered. Sophia, are you doing well? How's school? Are you eating properly? What about your university entrance exams? My ex-husband never asked questions like these before, to Sophia. Sophia put the phone on speaker, and I was listening in. Don't call me, it's annoying. Don't say those things to your dad. Ha, you're not my dad. You abandoned me, remember? What are you talking about? I didn't abandon you, Sophia. I see, your mom must have said that to you, right? I'm already turning 18. I can think on my own, you know. Sophia, let's live together again. Without you, I feel so lonely. Have you lost your mind? What are you even saying? It was you that cheated and abandoned mom, and I can't call someone like that my dad. I will never forgive you. We're no longer family, so don't call again. Sophia, you abandoned your dad. How many times do I have to say it for you to understand? We were the ones who were abandoned, mom and me. Just because some mistress dumped you, don't call me. You're always this way. I couldn't bear to see mom so sad all the time. You're so selfish. You only think about yourself. I'm so tired of it. Don't say that. Help me. I'm all alone. If you forgive me, your mom will forgive me too. Even though your mom should have been honest and should have just came back to me, she is being stubborn and won't come back. Your mom can't live without your dad. Consider this as helping your mom. Right, Sophia? Cut it out. Mom finally showed her true smile to me recently. Now that I'm free from you, I am happy. Don't twist things around. I'm going to block you. Sophia, please don't. Sophia, Sophia. Sophia was furious. Her face turned red. She desperately tried and protected me. I mean, I felt my daughter has grown up so much. I felt like I got to see an adult Sophia. Once Sophia enters an university and starts working, my life as a single woman will start. It may be lonely, but I think I still will be happy. I am convinced that my choice was not wrong. And then, Sophia successfully got into her first choice university, and we cried tears of joy together. How hard she had worked. I was just so happy. Of course, I didn't inform my ex-husband about it. I heard a rumor that my ex-husband had resigned from his company. In this state, this loser staying at his company would only lead him to a failure. Of course, Olivia also ended up divorcing. To pay alimony and child support, she had moved to another hospital to work, but my ex-husband got dumped. However, because of her excessively flashy appearance and seeing patients as potential romantic partners, she doesn't last too long at her new jobs. There is no way that my penniless ex-husband will be appealing to Olivia. My ex-husband has no job and I have no idea what he's up to. I was asked by Olivia's husband to work in the administrative department of the hospital, and now I have a stable job as a full-time employee. My life is stable, and I can afford to pay for Sophia's university tuition. The only thing left is for Sophia is to have a family of her own. I hope from the bottom of my heart that she marries a sincere man.